All right, everyone.
All right.
Hello, we are live.
Got it, guys.
We're going to bring in our lovely tribe and get the reactions of our tribe as they get to see who voted out.
Caribou and Goddard getting their first look at the rest of the Goddard tribe, where Callan was voted out at our first tribal council. All right, first things first, I'll take back immunity. Immunity is back up for grabs. Our other two announcements. Callan has bequeathed her coin to Patch. And Adore, who earned a coin for receiving a vote at Tribal Council. Okay, we'll get into the challenge description right after I spin the wheel. We are looking for 8, 9, or 10 volunteers for this tribe, for this challenge. Oh. 8. We are looking for 8. All right, but first, before you guys discuss, let's explain the challenge. So come on with me. I'll take you through the challenge.
All right, we will get a lovely challenge update from Cam after he explains it to our lovely tributes. But wanted to say hello, everyone. Yes, if you did not catch our first tribal council, Callan was voted out as our first fallen tribute. They bequeathed their coin to Patch, so if you also are a little bit confused, they are now earning coins that will give them a huge advantage come to earning the merge. And they can bequeath their coins to anyone still left in the game. And also, if you get votes at Tribal Council, but you do not get voted out, you get coins. So Adore received a coin for the one vote they received. So very exciting. We also got to see how many players are going to be competing, because also the wheel decides how many players compete in this challenge. And then from there, they will then divide up their tribes, figure it out. But however, if they lose, those are the only ones going back to tribal. So technically, one tribe could have 4 people waiting back at camp for them, or 3, depending on if Goddard is able to pull out a win for this immunity challenge. So it almost stayed on 10. It was very close. And then the wheel said, they're going to bring it back around to 8. So everyone was like 10 and then 8. So we'll see. He's explaining the challenge. We will get the challenge update from Cam in just a sec. But I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a lowdown. Make sure you go back, check out Tribal Council that happened prior, and get ready for this wonderful challenge. We do have some coins hidden on the field for these players. There's one, I believe, in a bag, and another one buried by a stake. So we'll see if these coins get claimed. Shout out your loved ones. Shout out anyone that's playing currently still in the game. Also give a shout out to our first fallen tribute, Callan, for just going out there and playing. You know, it's not easy to put yourself out here into the elements of Maine. And this game has definitely not been easy. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of our players. They are doing an absolutely amazing job. And Callan being our first fallen tribute, just want them to know that they played an amazing game. So, all right. So it looks like they're going to decide what they do, and we'll figure out maybe how are they dividing themselves up. We'll pull Cam in here for a quick little rundown for you all, and then this immunity challenge will be on. And if you've not gone into the Viewers Lodge, make sure you get in there for all the juicy tea. Also on our socials, follow along there. And we're going to come over to Cam. Cam, would you like to give the viewers at home a lovely breakdown of this wonderful challenge?
So we have a double snake puzzle challenge here. We're going to run it effectively in 2 back-to-back heats that are live, a live transition. First heat, one player will navigate a bag through the rope course, get it to the end. They'll unclip the bag, bring the bag over to a tribe mate here who has to land the bag on our platform there, and then utilize this hook to unspool the rope to release the bag. The bag will drop to the ground where they can pick it up and run it over to the snake puzzle. They'll do the snake puzzle as a table, navigating using a circle to pull it across the table. Once they have landed that, the second one will immediately begin. So the second member will move a bag through, bring it over here. They'll do the same thing here. By then, the snake puzzle will be stood up vertical, and they'll do the classic survivor snake puzzle from a vertical stance.
Amazing.
First player to land the second goal will win immunity.
Thank you, Cam. Let's go check out this snake puzzle. Again, a lot of, not all of these are built by Brandon. But again, CYS has some amazing challenges out here for our players to utilize. And this snake puzzle is not easy. And when you stand this up, this is a huge snake puzzle for them to accomplish. So that is going to be a challenge. But let's go over to our players and see how are they deciding who does what. I see Tierney has got this group down. So let's go to our reigning current immunity winners and see what are they deciding.
And I'm also like.
So let's go in order also. Like, I'm doing throw.
Or just move?
No, just moving the sandbag.
I'm yeah, same. I can do the throw.
I can do that.
So then can I do the snake with you?
Yeah, sure.
So they're gonna be phase 1 of
Feel
snake.
good about that?
Phase 1 of snake. Like horizontal. So we need another sandbag and we need phase 2 of snake. No, I'm sandbag.
We need 2 sandbags.
We need 2 sandbags.
Okay. I'm happy to be a second sandbag. I've tried it before. It's standing up.
What? You're tall. Want to do sandbag? I mean,
we need people on the snake.
that is going to be the hardest part of the challenge. Yeah, I think to be honest with you, this and that are going to be the hardest part of the challenge.
If somebody could do the snake,
I'll ask you to head back to your flag.
I can do the horizontal snake better than the vertical snake. I can do the sandbag.
I don't think I'd be terrible at it.
No, I mean
No,
this one. If you
We're doing the
switch
throw.
to snake.
It's going to be a hard part.
We'll do snake part 2.
Beautiful.
Great.
Good
So we're
shit.
I
Gotta grab a sauce.
I'm gonna try it sometime. No, I wanted to do the sandbag.
We're not going to have you head to your station yet. We're going to have you head to your flag. Yep.
But honestly, I full faith in you guys. Like, you guys are gonna crush it and we're not.
Snake 2 is up, right?
I'm gonna grab some water.
Take it easy, you all. That was a lot, I'm sure. Yeah.
This is gonna be crazy.
Here on this. Yeah, we're outside.
Do you want to toss it first?
What are you doing? I'm doing that one first. Doing that one second. You guys got it, like genuinely. I mean,
So at least I can give it an idea.
Is it? Are you only doing one side?
see how balanced.
Oh, it's one side and then the other
And then
side.
the other side,
Okay.
yeah.
Only grab below.
Below, yes.
Here's the thing. I'm you know, I can you know,
We got this.
Someone else.
Unless somebody's got a passion about snake too.
Okay. You're gonna cut it. Let's go.
Let's go.
What did they say for you?
All right, looks like the deliberation is over for our two tribes. Seems like there's a bit more strategy with figuring out who felt more comfortable in what station. Definitely, it seems like they are trying to put people in the best locations that they can find for their positions.
Yeah. It's time.
You guys got it. Oh wait. Do you want to go first or second? Yeah, I think we're. Is it pizza?
We got this.
Oh, we got it.
Same energy as the last time. Yeah, we got this in the bag. We're winning. Same energy.
Can we get water? Oh, I can't talk about it. You know, I'm a feeling person.
Oh.
All right, Quinto.
I'm doing something weird. Tell me. Like if I'm
Can I have Goddard back to their flag?
I can take it. Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
Yes.
Where's my dad?
Did you see Patrick
Oh, Patrick's my dad.
or Katie?
Oh, Katie. Have a mom?
All right,
No.
Goddard and Caribou. Can the 8 volunteers step forward, please?
All right, let's
All
see.
right, so we have a full 8 from both sides. You can start heading to your stations where you'll be stationed on the course. We are going to have
Yo, guys, do it.
Caribou on the far segment. Goddard here on the Caribou.
Alrighty, once they get into their positions, I'll be able to give you a breakdown of who is where from what tribes. So starting over here for Goddard, it looks like we've got,
On my left right now, the other side left.
This side here.
See, the painted colors here match your lane.
So they're not here?
No.
We gotta switch.
Yeah, you guys got to switch.
a little
To the
confusion.
other side.
I mean, gray, black, and colorful. All right, so it looks like we've got Kelly and Finelli for Caribou, and Lex and Lindsay for Goddard on that first station. They are doing the station of where they need to unwrap the balls through this lovely little maze and get it to the other side. They are then going to transfer their balls to the players at this station, where they are then going to have to toss it onto that lovely ledge. And they toss the whole bag. Once the bag lands, then a player is going to unravel the rope with a stick to release the bag. If the bag does fall, they still have to unrelease the rope, even if it flex down and drops it. Our spotters are just going over that. So it looks like at this station we have Cod and Guillaume, and then over here Gideon and Raul. And then over here for the snake, we've got Nick and Aldrin. And I'm seeing Sean, Leo, Ange, and Rene. I was like, wait, they're missing some players. Patch, and I believe that is Jess. Sitting out, who are safe, even if their tribe goes, we've got Adore and Champagne for Goddard.
All right.
And Caribou, Phil,
Remember,
Aubrey, Geraldine, and Killian. But this immunity is about to go down. Will Caribou do a sweep, or can Goddard be safe?
Are you ready? And go! All right, we have Finelli and Lindsay on the ropes course first. Lindsay ripping through it. Finelli going pretty quick as well. Both are through about the first
So
two
there's a
runs
small
here.
technique. You really don't want to get the rope
Lindsay
tight
going.
when you're doing the
Everyone
challenge.
nice and steady.
So you just want to kind of get that rope
Steady
through
approach.
without tightening the
A little
rope.
bit of a knot there that can be tricky on that one.
It's a bit tricky,
Gotta
but the
navigate
goal is
rope.
just to
Finelli
keep
made it through.
going.
Lindsay's a little stuck. Finelli pretty close to the end. All
And
the way to the
Finelli
tape. You're good to unclip.
can unclip, and they've got their
Finelli
first
brings the
bag.
first bag over.
So Caribou is in the lead, but again, there is a puzzle at the end of this challenge. And remember when I said that
Lindsay
puzzles
down to
are
end. She
the
can unclip.
equalizer? They definitely can be.
Raul,
All right.
take your toss. He hit it. Cod not trying to land it.
All right, so now our players
Bounce
need
off.
to land
Cod,
it on
very soft.
the lip.
You want to land closer to that pole that's giving it a lot of. There it is.
Raul lands his, so now he is on. Cod is trying to land theirs.
Raul starting to untangle.
You got this. You got this.
Cod needs to get it closer to that structural pole there.
There's a little bit of a learning curve. Raul is currently making their way through undoing the rope to release their bag. Cod has gotten it. So now Cod is going to undo their rope to release their bag.
Cod, if that doesn't drop, you can knock it off with the pole after all the rope is done.
So, and they have to keep their hands back behind the painted line. And they are going to now work on moving that rope. Cod seems to have a good technique going down. Raul's using one hand, Cod's using both hands, which might give them better control with their lovely stick. Raul seems to have, might have caught up a little bit. Raul has dropped his bag, but they have to do all of the rope. Cod's almost there. They have about 2 more.
Cod's getting very close. Just be mindful that your ball already fell out. Your ball already fell out. Knock the rest of the bag off with the pole.
And they just have to know.
We got it. You're good. You're good. You got the ball. You got the ball.
All right, now we've got both on the first snake puzzle. So this is definitely a interesting puzzle because they get to do it twice, and you really need to work with your partners. So they communicate, and also when doing this puzzle, you need to keep the ring low because if you lift that ring up, you're going to lose control of your ball. And they have to keep their hand behind the bead.
On the bead. On the bead.
So the goal is to communicate, keep the ring low. Francesca and Aldrin are doing very good and moving very, it seems though, it does look like Goddard has caught up and are actually passing Caribou. So that puzzle is the great equalizer here.
Just making sure you always have tension, but not too much tension.
And Goddard has dropped their ball and they have to restart. Francesca and Aldrin are doing a very good job of just keeping the ring low. Francesca has that lovely slacked release grip, which keeps the ring close, which is what you want to do. And then you just want to work with your partner to maneuver. Knowing that they have a lead, I'm sure that they are now just taking it slow because when you have to reset, those are precious seconds. You know, just remember, even if they drop it in, that does not mean they win. They have to go back and do the whole thing again to get a second ball through the puzzle, but once it's standing up, which the other pairings will do.
Plenty of time.
Very good communication. Let's see how Ange and Rede are doing. They are doing a good job of maneuvering through. Oh, good coverage, good save there. They have a little bit more of a tense hold on their rings and their strings, which if you pull too tight, then you can actually lose control of the ring. So you kind of want to have a good distant communication with your partner. Rede is doing a lot of the talking and Ange is listening. Very good communication.
Curve of the puzzle.
They have actually done a good job of catching up to Caribou at the moment. Caribou has not dropped, so Francesca and Aldrin are still doing a very good job.
Full bend ahead of Goddard at this point.
Very good job by both groups.
Goddard has slowed down intentionally to be more careful.
Looks like they have about 2 more bends for Francesca and Aldrin at the moment.
Very calm and steady presence.
As they are just working through it. Aldrin steady, using one hand to move theirs. Great communication over here by Goddard. Again, they are working to get that ball to the head of the snake.
The whole time, while the other is being a bit more gentle.
And then they get to do it all over. Very good recovery. And they have to keep their hands behind the beaded part of their rope. So they are working meticulously and slow. Francesca and Aldrin are navigating their second to last bend.
Trying to pull it around the bend.
Oh, very good recovery right now.
Good save here from Goddard.
Goddard.
They're about halfway through.
They're doing a very good job. Again, puzzles are the equalizer, and I can assure you when this puzzle gets stand up, that is going to make all the difference with this lovely puzzle. So we are going to come right here and see if we can get the shot as they get into the rounded bend to show them dropping the ball into the top of the snake. Francesca and Aldrin again doing great communication. They are keeping it so they know they do not want to drop at this moment, because they are going to need as much time as they can give their partners to get the second bag through the puzzle and back to this point. They are very close to landing that ball. They have plenty of time. There's no need for them to rush.
Portion of the snake is right here. Any mistake could be fatal.
They're doing a lot of shifting right now. A lot of maneuvering to figure out the best action, but they are not panicking. They're doing a very good job.
All right, just the last straightaway pull here.
They just have to keep it straight to drop it in.
Not drop even once. A great job from Aldrin and Francesca here if they're able to complete it. Very close. They did it.
And they do it. So we are going to go back to the beginning of this maze as Caribou has taken the lead and are restarting this whole challenge. You will still have an angle, I believe, over there, if you can look, of the puzzle maze. Kelly is through. That was very fast. Very good job by Kelly. Passing the ball, Gideon. They have now almost completed this part of the game again, of this challenge. Goddard is still working on finishing their snake puzzle. So Caribou still has some time.
Needs to get it a lot closer to that structural post, or it's not going to hang on there.
Gideon knows they just have to land their bag, and then they can work on untying it with the stick.
Renee and Ange are still working their way through the puzzle.
You can actually see in Cam 2, the snake puzzle has been stood up, and now that is going to be how they do this puzzle the second time,
We have a drop here from Goddard.
which might be harder. Goddard has dropped, and they are still on the snake puzzle. Caribou has a substantial lead, but again, puzzles are the equalizers.
Goddard now needing to pick up the pace on the snake puzzle to get back into this. There it is for Gideon.
And Gideon has got it, and now he's going to work on untying his rope.
Gideon, only hand on the paint. On the Gideon,
Yellow.
paint on the yellow. Hand on the yellow. You can have two.
Gideon is working to untie the ropes. He's getting some helpful tips from Ro, who just did the challenge earlier with the first round, but they know that they actually have some good lead time right now, so they don't have to rush.
Complete the snake puzzle.
You can see still on the snake puzzle, Ange and Renee working back through the snake puzzle around that first bend.
Very close to giving the Caribou tribe a chance to close
Gideon
this
still
out.
has to
Now good job
unwind it,
to unhook
and
that
he's
piece
did it.
free.
Now they are making their way
Transferring the ball
to our lovely puzzle that is now
Pat
stood up.
and Nick
And now this
to
is hard.
navigate the
Patch is going to
puzzle.
go and do it by themselves. Now this is not an easy puzzle.
They are asking to have just one person on.
They can have one or two
puzzle.
people do the puzzle. And sometimes that is a strategy in itself, because
Pat's
with
trying to figure out how
one
to get it
person,
going.
you know the feel and vibe of how it
Ball's
works
not hooked on
when
it.
it comes
Make
to
sure
doing it. But with
you're placing
two,
it, the
you might
footboard
have
is right up
better
against
control.
it.
However, you have to work with your partner, and the communication has to be key. Sometimes it's easier when you're solo, but luckily they have time, because still Ange and Rede are working their way through the first version of the snake puzzle, and then their tribe has to go back and do the whole thing.
Everyone pause.
Oh.
Hold
We are
still.
pausing the challenge real quickly.
To make sure the
We need to make sure the
puzzle
puzzle is level, so we are pausing currently. And just making sure. So let's go over here. You can see Ange and Rede communicating, staying calm, cool, collected where they left their ball on the puzzle. They are locked in, ready to pick up when they get told they can by Cam, or should I say Jeff.
making sure it works for everyone. All right. Looks good. I'll count you
All
back
right,
in,
so
okay?
we're going to
Grab hold of
count
the
down
handle.
back into the challenge, and we will be back on.
3, 2, 1. We are back on.
We are back on
Goddard, I
the
hope you took that
challenge. So
time
Patch is now back
to get some
working
clarity
on the
your
puzzle.
strategy, on how to push.
Now, for anyone who's not familiar with these puzzles, there's multiple strategies
Pat's now able
of
to
what you
get
can
the
do.
ball on the court.
Sometimes slow and steady,
Now
sometimes a
players
little bit
try
of
to figure
speed
out how quickly
also
does that ball
helps.
move from side to side. How do you
But there
angle the
is
piece?
definitely a learning curve to it, but they have the time, as
Maybe going a
they
little too
are still
slow
waiting
or
for
too
Goddard to
fast.
get through their first version of the maze. And they are working their way through,
Figured out that first curve,
but he
immediately
dropped it.
lost
But again, he has the time right now to figure out the learning curve. But say it with me, folks, puzzles are the equalizers. So
That's getting a lot more
we're going to give you a
smooth now.
shot real quickly up the front. And let's see if we can show you kind of Patch focusing in on this puzzle, giving you a back look of just as the wood goes up. Patch is focused in.
Getting it around that first curve.
He is working slowly to get up that first curve. His tribe is looking on intensely. That is okay. Patch is switching. Oh, Patch is going to try one more time. Again, they have time to get that learning curve. So Patch is getting some helpful tips from his tribe mate.
Talking through their struggles.
They are working their way. Seems he's got a very good feel now for the first bit of the snake tail. Getting some good coaching from his tribe mate that's helping him get through that first bend.
You want to try and keep the left side up so that that part of the puzzle is like flat. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it doesn't roll as you're lifting it up.
Go back.
Patch asking the ball to go back, willing the ball to stay on the bow. He's getting to, I think, about the furthest part that he's ever done. And now he has to get that ball and figure out what is the pattern. Goddard is very close to getting around potentially that bend to allow them to hopefully sink the ball.
Trying to get it on that second straightaway.
Very good save. Very good save by Patch.
Good recovery there. Able to keep the board attached.
Raise both of them up. Hold up.
Working his way to the second bend, taking his time. He does not need to rush. puzzles by equalizers mean that you could be good at the physical, the endurance part of a challenge, but puzzles are not everyone's forte, you know? So sometimes even if a tribe is in the lead, another tribe can catch up and potentially win immunity if they get the puzzle down or they get the feel for it first. For fans of Survivor, they know that they've seen it where tribes have been in the lead and another tribe is able to clinch the win because they are able to accomplish the puzzle or solve it first. So when I say puzzles are equalizers is really in Survivor, it's really a unique game where you don't have to be the best well-rounded person. You just have to work with your tribe mates to figure out what everyone's assets and what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are and accomplish it. But puzzles sometimes really just throw a wrench in a tribe that could be dominating a challenge.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause here.
I hope that answered your question.
Double check that. Make puzzle. Just a little. Get it flat on it.
We are taking a quick pause just to level it out. We are just trying to make sure that this is as fair as it can be for the tribes doing this challenge. While we're doing that, we can show the tribes over here waiting for their tribe mates to finish. We're going to test it out one last time. Evan's going to show you that he is definitely a pro at this, and I'm sure the tribe mates would love to tag him in for this challenge. Now, fun fact, Evan did do this, and he was the first one to accomplish this solo, so he would like that known. And watching Evan fly through this challenge right now, just showing the tribe mates that it's possible. Give Evan right now a shout out in the chat just for showing them it's possible. So no, Jazzy, they are making sure that the puzzle is level. Because it was facing down. If you look over to one tribe, it was laying down, and when they put it back up, the ground here in Maine is a little uneven, and we are trying to make it as even and flat as possible. So for these challenges, they realize when they set it up, they just need to make a little adjustment, and that's totally okay. We want to make it fair for our players, so they're just doing a quick pause, and they're just making sure that it's possible to, do what we gotta do. Listen, I wish I could tag Evan into this challenge if I could. We're going to come over and let's just show some of our players here while they're waiting. We've got Leo, Sean. Hi, everyone. Hanging out. Geraldine over here, hanging out. Enjoying the Maine sun. Lex waiting to know.
Okay, Evan.
Guillaume over here waiting to know.
God damn. I'm sorry.
Everyone eagerly watching Evan complete this challenge. It's quickly become, can Evan complete the challenge? We've got Nick, we've got Patch, Raul. Just enjoying a quick little hydration break, I think is what they called in the FIFA World Cup.
We're on that level.
Aldrin, Vanelli, Francesca, Gideon. I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to come over here. We've got Cod. Oh, Cod's walking away. That's totally okay. Ange and Rede waiting eagerly. Doing an amazing job. And let's just come on over here. So the rest, some of the players that weren't competing, hopefully we'll be able to pick up soon, but we'll just do a lovely Aubrey, Killian, Phil. Hello, all of our players. And our amazing tribe handlers in the back.
She's been waiting all day for this.
Oh yeah, no. Every time Taylor has the camera, I'm like, she's like, I'm not live.
We love you anyway.
Are you on Facebook or Instagram or both?
To the world. Still on a hydration break here for this lovely challenge. I think we might be picking up with this challenge, so hopefully everyone got hydrated. And we are going to be continuing on with this challenge. Sometimes a good break is good because it might have helped, everyone take the moment that they need. Take Goddard a second to rethink, reset, refocus, do what they need to do to get through their first stage of this challenge. And then for Nick, some maybe also the amazingness of Evan, realize it is possible. Nick is now moving very fast, but that's okay. Rolled off. This is his first time on the puzzle.
Trying to figure it out.
So he is just working on getting a feel for this puzzle.
And trying to stay positive.
So a little bit of a learning curve as always. Patch is helping by resetting for him. Nick has made it through the first part of the tail.
Nick's starting to figure it out, getting around that first bend.
Oh, good save by Nick on the puzzle.
Nick getting around that second bend now.
And Rude are working their way through their puzzle.
Rude and Ange are around the second corner here on their reset.
Very good save by Nick.
Nick now heading into the third bend there.
Now this is the furthest anyone on the tribe has gotten with this part of the maze.
Trying some new strategies.
So now it's a little bit more narrower.
Nick now.
He is getting the hang of it.
1/3 of the way through this puzzle.
The biggest thing is keeping the bow. Nick is now getting to the end of that bend.
Good. Nick now navigating that third bend.
Nick is doing a very good job of keeping his focus and staying focused.
Of the snake puzzle.
Great job, Nick.
Now remember, this is the second part of this challenge. If he completes it and gets the ball into the head of the snake, this tribe will win tribe immunity for the second time, sending Goddard back to tribal council. But this time, with 8 tribe members,
Good job.
Nick is now making his way up. Oh, and it dropped. But that was the furthest he's ever gotten. We're going to head on over to Goddard and see how they're doing while Nick resets. Give you 2 angles of Goddard here.
Caribou's had a big advantage learning the upright snake.
Should I go back around the other way now?
Good job, Nick.
But if Goddard can complete this, their tribe has a very legitimate chance. This is a difficult puzzle.
Okay, we got it.
Very good communication. Now they've had a few tries on this maze, so
Nick
it should
very
be
unlikely able to save
getting
that one.
easier
Lets it drop.
to get through the puzzle.
Patch on rebound duties for now. See if they switch back out.
They are making their way.
And
They've got
now
about 2 more
heading
bends.
across to the fourth bend. Nick able to get it over to that second bend. Goes quickly up to the middle, but a little too high. And
They
loses
make
it.
their way through.
Patch is getting back out on the course.
They've got
They're
very
switching
good
spots.
communication. They're doing a very good job.
Let's see if Patch has any more success.
You can see Patch is now back out for Caribou.
Patch now navigating that first bend. So lift it past this section.
Very good communication right now
Maybe some slack.
by our 2 district members of Goddard.
Good.
It slides over. Patch is headed
Very
to
good
the second bend.
communication.
Yep.
Goddard making a lot of progress here, though. Goddard just
Remember,
has
you
2.5
are not out of
bends
this
to get around.
challenge until Cam says it's over.
Yeah.
Patch trying to get around this second
You can see
one.
tribe mates telling them
Big
to
lift
not
here.
give
You gotta
up.
be quick. You moved a little too quick on that one, lost it. That's the same place
Patch
Nick
is
just dropped.
resetting as Ange and Day make their way through
Definitely not
that
over.
third
This is a very
bend.
difficult puzzle.
Their goal is to now continue, and they should be able to get through. I
They
believe they're
have not
coming
given up.
close to where they were last time when they dropped. But again, Caribou is still struggling with that snake maze, so they are opening up the door for Goddard to make a
Patch unable to get
comeback
across
here
the
in this
first
challenge.
bend. Rita and Ange very close to completing this. Able to stay engaged in the puzzle.
They're very focused. They want to make it around this
Trying
bend,
to figure this out.
and then they only have one more
Able to get to
bend.
the first bend.
They are
Heading into that
doing
second
a very
corner.
good job of communicating.
Too much lift again on that same spot. Ball drops, opening the door again for Goddard.
Patch is still working on that maze, giving Rede and Ange all the time they
Jump
need
there.
to hopefully
Patch able to
get through
overcome
this challenge.
a drop.
From this angle.
Great communication by these players, by the way.
Patch now in the same spot that he's dropped twice in a row. Taking it a little slower
We're
this
going to go over
time.
to
Has
Patch
figured
real
out that
quickly,
pull.
give you another angle, but you've got a great shot of Ange and Rede, and I'll keep you posted if they get close. Oh,
Getting a big
Patch
section.
made a very big move just now, but it did not pay off. But it seems like they are getting comfortable. They are moving very quickly through that first part of the snake maze, maybe a little too quickly, but they are getting a rhythm for it. So they have yet to try 2 people. They do have that option for 2 people to do the maze,
Patch with too much speed on it.
but I
Falls
don't know
off.
if they think that would be harder for them to try to attempt 2 people on the maze.
I'll give you slack.
Patch telling the ball to go slow, telling himself to control,
Figure out how to get around.
knowing they still have a lead. The pressure is always there, but not as tight as it
Back
would
in
be.
that second corner spot.
Patch is doing a very good
Navigates
job
it
of
again.
maneuvering and navigating right now.
They've overcome that learning curve a little bit. Patch now.
Now he's back where he was
Finding
before,
into this spot.
where he did that lovely fast move. He needs to give the ball a little bit more.
Slowly lifts it up around that
Patch
third
seems
corner.
very comfortable with the puzzle now.
Hey.
Telling the ball to stay, hoping it listens.
Patch talking to the ball. Telling it where to go.
I believe this might be potentially the furthest Patch has gone on this tribe, on this challenge.
Chipping away, and they are further along than I believe they've ever been.
Patch is also potentially, and it dropped.
Again, the door remains open for Goddard.
We are going to come back to Goddard because I
Comeback here.
believe they are going to get close to working that last
Nick is now
bend
switching in for Patch.
and giving them potentially the door they need to finish this puzzle. Great communication by both of these players.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Nice and slow.
Nick able to recover.
You're good.
One more bend for these players, and then they just have to follow that path to the snake head.
Nick now trying to navigate that corner that was the issue.
Still
for
keep
Patch
an
a couple
eye out
times.
on Caribou. Nick has swapped out,
Able
but
to
we are
get
going
it.
to follow right now Goddard in the hopes
Goddard
that
is
they are
really
able to
close
complete
to getting
this
back
phase
into this
of the
challenge.
puzzle. Very good
Lex and
communication.
Guillaume have been waiting patiently. But Nick is around the third bend here, potentially.
Oh, wait. Okay, I need to move it towards me a little.
Okay. I give it back.
They're making their way through that last bend.
Alright, give me a tiny bit of
Cod
slack.
giving a few helpful
Nick
hints.
now over that third and into the fourth bend.
Nick made his way up that puzzle, keeping an eye out to see if they get close as well, because if they sink the ball,
Able
Caribou
to
will win.
inch it up
You want to switch
to the top of
And
that
saying the
arch.
ball is stuck, they're trying to figure out,
Biggest difficulty spike in the puzzle.
all right, just trying to make sure that they are
Drop
able to
it
get
right
it.
there.
Nick does
Nick
drop.
dropped it at the
It seems
hardest
like
part of the
Ange
challenge.
and Rede were able to unstick their ball. They are working very slowly but efficiently
Now we need to
because this is the furthest they have ever been with this puzzle.
Almost a near drop from Goddard there towards the end.
And now they just need to, they're in the final stretch of this puzzle to allow the rest of their tribe to start the second part of this challenge, putting a little bit more pressure on Caribou.
straight back, nice and slow. Alright. I'm gonna go pull it towards the side.
Great communication by both players. Great patience, great perseverance.
Nick drops again.
Nick has
Leaving the
dropped
door
again.
open, but he's making progress. Until he's starting to
Now,
get the hang of
the
it.
only thing is, once they get back to this puzzle, once they sink
A
it,
lot quicker
they
than
will
the
have to
earlier
also
portion.
do that learning curve that right now Caribou
Maybe
has
too
been
quick,
able to
start getting
do
impatient, you drop early.
when it comes to this puzzle.
Goddard
Just like everything else.
has stayed resilient
Goddard
here.
is taking
Now
their
inching
time.
closer to
They do
getting to the
not want to
second half
drop.
of this puzzle,
They just
this
need to get
challenge.
through the smallest part of the neck of the snake.
Another near
Great
drop there. The ball was
save.
off the board, but the ring
And
saved
taking a
it.
moment.
This is the skinniest portion of the board.
Alright, deep breath, hold straight back towards you, very slow.
They're doing a very good job.
They have to just
They're
inch it
on
across here.
the smallest part. They're taking their
Hope that
time.
the ring guides the ball to that
Pull it
corner.
back towards you, slowly.
Nick is now heading back towards that very difficult portion of the board.
They are taking their time to figure out the best plan of action to get through this. Nick is also looking like to make good progress right now through the puzzle.
Nick
Dropped
dropped.
again.
Wait. I'm gonna move the ring a little. Okay, I'm gonna move the ring a little to the right. Okay.
Ange and Rede have gotten it
They've gotten it
past
past
the
it. So
skinny
now
portion.
all they have to
Now just gonna
do
carry it up.
is care. Oh,
They moved very
they moved
quickly
very
there.
quickly.
We're very lucky that it got saved by the ring.
All they need to do is get the
And
ring.
they did
And
it!
they did it. That is perseverance, but it's not over yet. They are going to reset, and they are putting the pressure on for Caribou as they open up the field for now Goddard to get back in this. That is what it's all about, as Jeff would say. You do not give up. You do not quit. You keep going, and these players are doing just that in this challenge. Guillaume is waiting patiently to get the bag so they can toss it up and release it with their stick. Lex is working their way through it,
Trying to get his group back into this thing. Avoid
applying that
touch.
pressure. Nick, will it be enough to continue to have them potentially struggle, but also knowing Caribou has had a lot of time to work on this puzzle and get a feel for it. Goddard is going to have a lot of catching up to do. Guillaume is now tossing, using those long arms to his advantage.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Guillaume's
There you
got
go. So close. So close.
pretty good.
Once he lands it, all he has to do is untie it.
There we go. Nice and easy.
Guillaume taking a
Taking a
breath.
calming breath before a throw.
Just like
Just
that.
misses.
Just like that.
very
go.
close to
Waited a
landing it.
long time for his chance to help his tribe out.
Just like that. Hey, oh, fucker.
It's the diving board piece of it.
Yes, baby!
And he
Here we
lands
go!
it. Now he's
He-
going to use the rope, making sure his hands are on the painted part of the rope.
You'll make sure that top hand is on the paint. Yep, there you go.
And he has to now release it with the stick. A little bit of a learning curve, but he is definitely helping his tribe apply the pressure to Caribou as they are catching up for immunity.
Guillaume is going,
Goddard definitely would
Through
love
the
to
rope
not go
here.
back to tribal council.
trying to navigate it around the hooks.
Good job.
Couple pieces have dropped.
Guillaume making his way through the rope.
Nick and Patch still working
Leo
on it.
and Sean will be moving on to the snake puzzle for their tribe. Guillaume is almost through the rope, so we're going to set up over by the snake puzzle because both tribes will now be on the snake puzzle, and we will then potentially have a winner. But Goddard has made up some great progress applying that pressure to Caribou. Guillaume has maybe 2 more loops they need to unravel.
Keep going. More rope left.
Nick is making their way up.
More rope. Come on, you're clear.
Still now, Nick is on that third bend. And now, for the first time, Goddard with Sean is now going to be on the
Goddard is
puzzle.
officially back in this challenge, but we saw with Patch and Nick how much of a steep learning curve there is.
Here we go, Sean. Make sure that board is flush up against that puzzle. There you
For
go.
the first time, they are on the snake puzzle. Now,
It's that
Sean
3
has
or
a
4
little bit of a
chances
learning
at the
curve,
difficult portion of this.
but he's actually moving very quickly up through. He's channeling. Maybe he's had time to study.
On his first real attempt, has already made it past 2 rungs.
Wow, Sean is
Was able
moving
to
very
watch Patch
quickly.
and Nick. Maybe has learned some things.
Sean is flying right
Sean is
now,
already on
applying
to
so much pressure onto
fourth
Caribou.
wave.
Sean, oh, Sean with an amazing save.
Sean has navigated the
Sean
portion
is
that Nick has
probably
followed
gone up.
3 times.
Sean is like he's done this in his
This
sleep
could be an
last
amazing
night,
comeback.
but now
Sean
he is in the
able to
lead.
finish
Sean
it.
has gone to the farthest part of this challenge than anyone has ever been able to
Pressure is now
do.
on Nick and Patch.
Sean,
Sean,
absolutely.
sign up.
Oh, but that is the farthest anyone has gotten. It's almost as if last night Sean said, I feel like there's a snake puzzle in my future.
Focus on you.
Sean is zoning out, and he is in the zone quite literally. Again, moving up quickly, he drops early. But for just getting on the puzzle, that is absolutely amazing. The pressure has definitely been applied now to Caribou.
Sean resetting, getting back on the course. Nick
Sean,
now transitioning around that.
so now it's taking that
corner.
moment, letting that adrenaline sink in a little bit, as Sean just needs to take a
Difficult
moment.
portion,
But he is
Able to get it
definitely
up to the
calm,
middle
cool, and
there.
collected
but it's
as he
this
makes his
deep
way
valley here
through
where he has dropped a few different times.
this puzzle. Sean has
Seems to have
great
maybe figured it
finesse.
out this time.
He's applying
Saves
the
ball.
pressure. Great saves.
Nick now
Oh,
furthest
very
competitor that I've
close.
seen from Caribou. Sean
Caribou
getting
now
out
is
with
now
the
on
first
their
goal
last
for
portion,
Goddard,
anyone's race.
but now Nick is
Going
only
back
one
to
bend away.
puzzles are great equalizers. Goddard was a whole half of the challenge behind, and now are definitely applying that pressure to Caribou.
Steady around that final
Definitely making it a bit more of a challenge, but Nick is finally getting up there and applying it and using all of the tips and tricks he's learned.
Perhaps trying to go a little too
Trying to
fast
get
try
immunity.
make up ground here.
Nick is now
At
getting
this
to
point,
that
have
last
to hope that
part.
Nick drops at the final bit.
Nick is at the final part of the challenge. All he has to do is get the ball into the snake head, and they will win
Nick just
immunity.
needs to bring it up
He's bringing
a few
it
more
up.
inches.
He has
more.
it right there. Nick is very
Without losing it.
slowly, very quietly trying to get the ball up. But Goddard is still, and he drops right at the top, but that was the furthest he's ever gone.
That was very close from Nick.
That was very close from Nick. I made a new friend. Both
very
tries
close.
are working through. Sean doing all of his tips and tricks to try to get up there. Nick just dropped.
Sean also drops.
You got this, Sean. Deep breaths, baby. Deep breaths.
This is anyone's challenge. Both tribes are in it. Both tribes want to win immunity.
Both navigating that second corner.
Very tight race.
Nick all the way up past the third one.
Both are showing that they are pros at the first half of this leg of the puzzle, trying to figure out the tips they need to get the ball into the head.
Able to
It's a
navigate
very
that
close
third
race
bed.
right now. If you can look back and
A little bit
see
behind
on
Nick,
all of our
who's
camera
now heading
angles,
towards that difficult dip.
there's only a slight lead right now by Nick. Nick is now getting it into the last part.
Nick is now back towards the end
Sean
of this
is
puzzle.
not far behind him.
Sean now
Nick is back now
heading
at
towards the end
that
as
there.
well. We are
So
neck
is
and
Sean.
neck
We are
as they
literally
both
neck
enter
and neck in the
end
neck
of
of the
puzzle.
snake.
Nick
Oh,
drops
Nick
again,
drops
trying to push it up.
and
drops.
Sean drops. Oh my goodness. They were literally neck and neck in the neck of the snake. Sean is not swabbed out yet with Leo. He seems to have a good groove going. So they are
Nick
just
has
going
been here
to
a lot longer than
let
Sean,
him
but I
go.
think any learning curve that Nick had has been erased at this point. Both are seemingly equals at this.
Sean now has the lead
can
right now
actually land it.
currently on the puzzle.
As a reminder, you just have to
But
touch the
both
circle
are,
with the ball.
so they just have to touch the circle with the ball. They don't have to get it through. They just have to get it up there and
Going a
touch
little
the
too
circle. Sean now
bounce off the
currently in the
label.
lead.
Sean now in the lead on this run.
His tribe mate's
Sean
saying
now
he's
has
got a second.
a little
He
bit of
doesn't
time
have
to
to
figure
rush,
this
but
piece out.
sometimes going fast in this challenge
Nick,
can
though,
benefit
making
you if you can
quick
control
work
it.
of the first half of the snake. Great recovery there by Sean.
Great recovery. Now he's getting to that last part of the snake.
Jumps
Nick
off the
has
board for
dropped
Nick,
again.
and now Sean is all alone here
Sean
towards
is
the
at
end
the neck of the snake
challenge.
again. Sean is working his way up, plenty of time, and he drops.
Unable to complete the very end.
Nick is now in the lead on that third part of the snake.
Nick
Everyone
now
seems to have a very good
the
grasp
chance
of it,
his
so
own
really it's
to end
just
this.
who can get it up into touch
Leo
the
getting
hole
some advice.
first. Nick has now entered the
Nick
last
towards the
part of
very
the
end.
snake again.
Nearly loses it, was able to recover it there.
Nick getting now to that last part.
Now just at this final
Now this
bend,
part seems to trip up
and then
both of the
final
players.
straightaway. Sean panicking a little. A couple of drops
All
in
right,
a row
Nick is
early
back
as
where he's
Nick
been before.
heads towards the final push here, trying to level it out.
So Nick is now very slowly taking his time.
Smooth as possible.
He just has to have it touch.
So just get it a little to the left. And that's good.
And that's good. Caribou has won the second tribal immunity, sending Goddard back to tribal council. Definitely was a long, hard fought.
Caribou. Nick and Patch, come grab your idol. Got it. We'll give the 8 of you some time to strategize. We'll see 8 of you at tribal. The other 4 will head back to camp with the Caribou group.
All right, so there you have it. Goddard is going back to Tribal Council. And Caribou has won second immunity. That was a long, hard-fought challenge. Both tribes did an amazing job of not giving up. That puzzle was a doozy. All right, everyone, get some water, get some snacks. Stay close to the viewers lounge. If you've not been in there, we'll let you know when Tribal is about to start. And we'll see who will be the second person voted out of CYS District 13. Thanks, everybody.